What's going on, everybody? Gorilla Blood Radio back again. Daniel here, Scott there, and we are joined also by Harry the Boobs. What's going on, fellas?
I really don't know what to do right now.
You don't know what to do right now? Why?
I don't know what to talk about. I mean,
I had, vegetarian burritos for dinner.
What's the point?
They were good. I had a can of refried beans. I had some peppers, some frozen green pepper, colored peppers and onion. And I had some cheese and some, what I would not call sour cream. It's called unbelievable sour cream. And it is unbelievable. There is no dairy in it whatsoever. You get it at the dollar.
It seems so weird to me.
that's just the exact opposite of what I want from my sour cream.
Well, even in the situation, why? If I'm gonna end up having super bad gas and have to freaking spend a night in the fucking bathroom, at least I'm having steak or chicken or beef or something in my burrito. Come on.
Feed on that bad puppy.
Good lord.
Well, I've been trying to eat different because you saw me at WrestleMania. I put on some weight.
Yeah.
I put on 20 pounds too, and it's been for me when I look at it, you getting out the shower and looking in the mirror, I see my profile, dude. I've never been I got it with a gut, and I don't want to get. So my goal is that by August I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I can get back to 165.
Right on, man.
I started, I did some research. I'm going to buy Austin Eric's book on vegan cooking. I'm not going vegan, but I'm going to try to eat some more healthier foods than what I've been eating, because I've been eating lots of pastas, spaghetti and stuff like that. I'm single, so
Nothing wrong with that. You just have to make sure you do it properly and eat the right amount of it. Don't eat the whole box.
Well, I don't. I make I buy a 1 pound box and I'll make a half pound of pasta at a time, and that's two plates for me. So I eat one, and then the next day I'll have it again for dinner.
Isn't that why there's a hole in the pasta strainer, so you know what one portion is?
Most pasta strainers don't have that, especially older ones, like people like me and Boobs probably use.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I've just noticed that in pasta strainers it has a circle in there, and it's oh yeah, this is just almost the perfect amount of a person.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. I'll make half a box of pasta, and that's my dinner. But I'm also probably 3 times the size of Boobs.
Well, that, and it doesn't hurt to freaking make a bunch of stuff ahead of time and have leftovers too.
Yeah, I just eat it.
Yeah.
See, and I'm more I'll wake up, I'll go to sleep, and I have had for the last 6 months I've really been battling insomnia. Been getting a couple hours of sleep a day.
Oh, man.
And my doctor, they put me on a new medicine for my bipolar disorder, and they also gave me Ambien to sleep. And the medicine that they put me on kind of makes me sleep, but it only, I doze for a couple of hours and I'm back awake. And I'm afraid of taking that and Ambien at the same time, so I've been taking it, and then I'll doze off. I usually take it around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm ready for bed, and by 1:32 I'm out. I wake up at 4. So I've been taking Ambien to so I can get a rest, and with the Ambien I'm getting up around noon, which is I think that's an okay time to get up if you don't have anything else to do, and you are going to bed at 1 or something. That's I'm getting in full 12 plus hours in my day. And then,
good on you, man.
Yeah, but before that, I was getting 2 hours sleep. I would doze off in the afternoon for an hour, and then I would lay down and I would sleep for maybe an hour, and I'd get right back up.
Oh, dude, yeah, it always seemed like you were, always floating around doing whatever, because there'd been a couple of times where it's for me, 1:45 to midnight, and I'm getting a text message from you going, what the hell are you doing awake? Being in different time zones.
Then dealing with dumbass in California, he's 3 hours different.
Not me. That's not who he means.
No, not the dumbass. don't know, dumbass. And
I thought Brian moved.
Yeah. No, he's in Ohio now, which is hilarious because it's like he's in the place that Boobs was, and now Boobs is somewhere else, and yeah, I don't know.
He actually lives in the same city as my Uncle Barry and my Aunt Kathy.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, he's just right outside of Columbus, I think.
Yeah, he's in Gahana. That's what.
And you asked him to let him stay there because he's going to be homeless soon. It sounds like.
Oh, good lord! Yeah, yeah. Brian has a tendency to not be able to get things done the way it's necessarily needed to. So he's lucky he's not homeless right now. He was actually supposed to go to Mania, and then basically was told, "You go to Mania, you're not having a place to live afterwards." By his sister. So.
Is he still working?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's still working, but he's just been, his sister's been nice enough to let him live
He's
there.
clawing his way to the top.
Hey, when you work for an auto manufacturer and all, you make pretty good money, so he should be making good pay.
I hope so. I hope he's doing well and saving it. That's the main thing.
You know what? I could possibly contact people in Columbus and say, hey, I know a guy that actually owns an apartment complex in Columbus, and I know his rent's only something.
For sure, dude. Off air, message him or something, dude. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
I know a place. Well, I used to live in downtown Columbus. Like, I lived right out of downtown. Like, I would walk downtown in 15 minutes to my apartment on East Fifth. And my rent there was, it's an efficiency. It's like a room for that, it's a good size efficiency. You have a apartment size stove, apartment size refrigerator, a cupboard for pots and pans, a cupboard to put some food in, a closet, a bathroom with a commode, a toilet, and a sink, and a shower. But to get in the shower, you actually literally only open the door to the wall. It literally, there was my apartment.
That ain't much room at all.
About probably, and remember at this time I was going to $1.35 or $1.45 most. And in the apartment, I think there was maybe 2.5 foot, maybe 3 foot between the door and the wall. So, yeah, but I can actually call Steve, and that's a place you can afford too, because I think the rent I was paying $250.
Dude, it boggles my mind to hear rent prices, because California is ridiculous. Like, the cheapest rent you can get on a really, 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 really shitty place and location is maybe $1,000 to $1,100 for a studio or a single bedroom.
I'm looking at my place. If it was cleaned up and done right, I could probably get at least $1,500 to start with, minimum.
Good lord.
Probably even more. Maybe not, because we really have a shit transportation system out here. It's like the MTA saw this part of Queens and went, no, you're not getting any trains. Fuck you. And the rest of us have to go, fuck, luxury or trains. Luxury or trains. Shit.
Yeah.
Seriously, somebody doesn't come this far.
So you have to take buses or taxis or just
hoof
it?
Bus to the train to get to work.
Good lord. Yeah, that kind of sucks, man. I just out here, where I live, thank God, I can manage with the car. I don't have to worry about public transit because it's not all everybody on top of everybody and nowhere to park, nothing. But yeah, dude, it's just expensive out here for no fucking reason, like at all. I will never understand.
It's because it's California. Like, we're expensive because we're in New York.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, we're gonna have a $15 minimum wage next year, so.
Yeah, out here is getting to that point where I think we're, I don't know, I don't know if it's certain counties or the state in general, but they're trying to get it up to 13, which.
Oh no, it's only New York City. It's actually not the rest of the state. The rest of the state's not even up to that yet.
Yeah, I don't understand that. To me, it just seems like it's like, okay, if an EMT makes $15 or $16 an hour, are they going to get a raise from the actual company that hired them? Because technically, if it's, I don't know, the minimum wage for somebody in that area, and that's somebody working a fast food restaurant, someone being in retail. I don't know. So yeah, you get that. That, to me, I don't know. That just it seems like it's almost way too much for the job, at least for me. I don't know.
Hell no! people that we fucking deal with.
Remember, he's in New York.
Yeah, I mean, I've done retail before. I know how irritating it can be for being a worker, but I also have been a consumer of people who are completely do not know anything about their place at all.
That's a different issue. There are a lot of people that don't know their fucking job, and I am not one of them, thankfully. But
Yeah.
the people that don't know their job, they just shouldn't have that job.
And they usually.
That's the problem with today's society, though, is we're not allowed to fire anyone because everyone's supposedly sue happy. So everyone else is afraid that if I fire them, they're going to sue us.
Shit, that was.
Okay, and if you have good enough reasons to fire them, let them sue you.
Mm-hmm.
You have lawyers on retainer. You already fucking pay for them. Fucking use them.
Yeah.
Get your money's worth.
Oh my god! I did a training at my other gig, being the assistant, program director.
Yeah.
And we did a training, and then they said, "Here is our lawyer on retainer." Yes, I am the lawyer on retainer. Perfect. And then, we're not going to really try and fire anyone. We're going to kind of guilt them into quitting because we don't want to get sued.
Oh my god,
So,
dude, that shit. Dude, that shit happened so many times with of all things. I hate to bring him up again when he's not here. Brian had issues with a job one time that basically stopped giving him hours so that he would quit.
And did he?
Eventually, yeah, he stopped getting hours, and he kept calling for his schedule, and they said, "Oh no, we don't got anything for you." And eventually, he just went and got another job.
Now, here's a question, because you both are teachers, and Daniel,
Sorta, kinda.
Yeah, but you teach high school students, so they shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Scott's more along the lines of preschool and young
Elementary. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Scott, are your students worse than the customers at your other gig, or vice versa?
No, because they're afraid of me.
I love it. I love it.
No.
I can walk into a room, stand at the board, cross my arms, give out a look. One student looks at me and goes, "Mr. Scott's waiting. Mr. Scott's waiting." And then it slowly becomes a very quiet room.
Don't you?
I can't do that at my retail gig. I can't stand at a customer and go, cross my arms, stare at them. They're like, "What the fuck you looking at, fatso? Get the fuck out of my store." I can't do that. Not even my store.
Wow. Don't you wish you could, though? Don't you wish?
Yes, I wish I could. Absolutely. But I can't even at this point remove children from my program without, certain paperwork written and all this nonsense. It's like, oh my god, this kid is driving my staff nuts. Here are all the write-ups. Can I send him home and not have him come back?
Yeah, no, it's stupid. That's the same thing we get at the high school. They have certain rules where the kid has to, in order to be removed, they have to be of a certain age and at past 10th grade in order to be moved to the secondary school.
Wait, wow.
So okay, that we have a continuation school, a secondary school.
So until they are in the 10th grade and maybe 17-year-old, they can shank anyone they fucking want in high school.
Well, not that far, but they basically could be a major annoyance for 2 years at least. So they have to be a junior and over 16.
So that means a kid can come in school, walk up to a teacher who gave them a bad grade, and they were pissed off about it, punch that teacher, and there's nothing.
There's a difference between the violent stuff, but if they're just being
if the teacher is verbally assaulted, that's okay.
they can get away with a lot of shit unless it crosses a certain line. But there are times where there's just kids just like not doing anything, causing problems in the classroom, basically ruining the learning experience for everybody else, and they can't do anything. And the worst part is you send them to the office and they basically send them back with a fucking lollipop.
And see, when I was in school, if you got sent to the office, you came back with a sore ass.
Yeah, you're from that generation.
Yeah, well, corporal punishment isn't a thing anymore.
Unfortunately.
It should be, because sometimes that teaches you to not do something wrong. I don't care My sister raised her kids with the idea of hands off. Okay? And her kids tend to speak out of place and think that because they are an adult, they have a right to tell their elders what they can and cannot do. And that, to me, when we were brought up as kids, I don't care if I'm fucking almost 50 years old. If I talk to one of my 70, 80-year-old aunts and uncles, it's yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I do what they tell me when they tell me to do it, because those are my peers. Those are my aunts and uncles, and I show respect.
Oh, dude, you want to hear something crazy? So, you guys all know.
Conversation we're already having?
Well, it kind of plays off of what we're having. So you guys know my buddy Gonzo, and his wife is super Christian. And it's funny because Gonzo and I hang out like the guys, and we're bantering back and forth and whatnot. And she happens to be in the next room over, and where I usually sit when I'm hanging out over at his house was with my back to the hallway. I had one point in time, and again, they're basically old enough to be my parents. So when Gonzo and I are bantering, his wife literally comes from the hallway and grabs me by the ear because I'm swearing too much. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, that's like, okay, that instantaneous message. Now I realize that either keep it down or wait till you leave and go completely far enough away. But
Scott, one day he's going to be telling us about how to put him in the corner.
Oh gosh.
I'm okay with that.
It's just funny how that went. That's just you saying that made about the respecting the elders thing, and yeah, it just made me think of that story. That was just recently too. That was like within the last couple of months, I think.
Like you are a respectful human being, and Scott's a respectful guy.
No, I'm not.
He's a New Yorker. He's brash.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between brash and disrespect.
That is true.
Scott speaks his mind freely and doesn't care what you think, but he's not.
Well, that's because most of you don't know who I am in real life, thank God.
we know who you are.
We know enough. I will find out later on this year when I go see you.
What is that?
And if you're never seen again, it wasn't my fault.
Sure.
It's New York. It's just New York.
Yeah, that is probably true too.
The body. Breaking news. The body of Daniel Correa.
A slightly homeless-looking California man.
Thanks. Dude, that's the...
or in the waters of the Hudson Bay.
Oh, God.
Man, don't anywhere near the fucking Hudson River. Are you kidding me? They're going to catch some sort of fucking disease going like 50 miles within its radius.
I love the fact that you basically called me homeless looking anyway, because that's usually how I feel when I tell the kids that. Like, hey, I don't look homeless anymore after I shaved.
You could toss him in the sewers. They're probably getting eaten by an alligator or piranha or something down. Or I'd get cool mutant powers or some shit from some ooze.
No, those are all complete myths.
God damn it.
Sewer bears, on the other hand, those are fucking real.
Sewer bears?
What's a sewer bear?
I'm fucking with you. I don't know.
Like, what the fuck? I've never heard that one before.
You should roll with it and told us sewer bear. You could have made it up.
Dude, I heard something just the other day about them trying to use some sort of experimental, I don't know if it was just high air pressure with a chemical to try to kill some of the fucking rats in the sewers. And they're like, oh yeah, once this thing is on and no rat can ever escape. In the freaking demo to the press, the rat fucking escaped alive.
Oh, no.
That sounds a lot like New York, because they were supposed to move the Intrepid one year.
Mm-hmm.
And they were supposed to move the Intrepid to Bayonne, New Jersey, in the bay in that area, to refurbish it. I don't know why they couldn't do that shit where it was. And they made a whole big stink about it. Ed Koch came out, a whole bunch of people came out, the mayor came out. They were talking about, hey, we're going to move the boat, we're not the boat, the boat's awesome, we're going to move the boat. We can't move the boat. 6 tugboats, can't move the boat. Stuck in the mud. But we dredged around it. Did you dredge under the fucking boat? Because, the mud kind of sideways. Boat's like a triangle, upside down in water. Did you think of that?
Engineers.
And all you saw was a whole shitload of people really disappointed, going, we can't move the boat.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I love the fact when engineers fuck up that bad and they get paid big bucks, it's like, really, seriously, like that.
Not dredge sideways. Did you not think of moving the mud around the boat?
That's like that.
How put the mud closer to the fucking boat?
I can see it. The boat's horns going off. They're all excited, and all of a sudden,
The boat doesn't even function that much. The only electricity is in there to keep the lights on, to keep the fucking ships from falling off. With all the fucking planes on it. That's it.
Is that the same? That's the Intrepid. That's the one that Luger made the body slam heard around the world.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, that is the one and only USS Intrepid, which has a one of the USS Enterprise space shuttles on it.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I've gotten to see a space shuttle in person, which is fucking awesome.
That's
hey,
so
Scott. Fuck you.
Hey, Boobs.
Yeah.
Love you too.
Dude, that's so cool, man. But it's always funny when stuff like that happens. Is I'm like looking at things going, I mean, God forbid, I'm not praising people getting hurt, but when something breaks and I'm like sitting there going, dude, that's an engineering thing that should have not been completely oversighted. And like there was that bridge there was an overpass or a bridge or something that just collapsed recently in somewhere in Florida. And I'm sitting there going, okay, this bridge was just made with modern engineering, and yet like the Roman, like the bridges in like Rome and freaking Greece and stuff like that were made like very rudimentary back in the day are still basically standing. It always amazes me. I don't get it.
Shit happens.
Yeah. So hey Scott, did you happen to see that I got a couple of new pops?
No, I didn't.
I got a couple.
Did I?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't remember what happened earlier today after work.
No.
That was literally 3 hours ago.
Well, I got two new pops. I got my doppelganger, Mick Foley. At least he used to be my doppelganger. And I got a Bob Ross finally.
So you got a Mick Foley doppelganger.
I got another Mick Foley doppelganger with an afro.
It's not hard. I mean, it's really hard to tell who's who with those fucking pops.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them, it's like they all look exactly the same, except for like.
That's why I try to avoid the people unless they actually have beards or shit, or like, you know. I like masks. Masks are easy to tell who's who.
Yeah. Or
that's Darth Vader.
Well, yeah, or somebody's completely different. Like I have BB-8.
I still can't do those. The heads are just way too weird on them.
Yeah, they're a little odd looking, but hey, I like it.
Maybe BB-8's the only one that's tolerable out of all the astromech droids from the pop line.
Yeah, I have BB-8 and BB-9E. I have both of them from.
Don't they?
Yeah, because BB-9E did so much for the movie.
I know exactly.
God, that was such a fucking waste of a cash in.
Is there a condition? Because like those pop things,
They're what now?
they creep me out.
Oh, really?
Oh, we should send them some.
They creep me out. They're weird. They look like.
The beady eyes are kind of fucked up. Yeah, I agree.
Could you imagine if they had like glow in the dark eyes or glow in the dark teeth or something on some evil looking ones?
Oh, dude, I'm sure.
It's glow in the dark. I mean, I do have a low pan that glows in the dark. No. Yeah, low pan straight up just glows in the dark. I found the previews version of it at a FYP, the Roosevelt Center Mall when they were still open. Found that and a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that was burnt, so I had to buy those.
Hey, you know it's funny. The Wolverine, the Logan that you got me. It's really funny the way they built it is kind of like they misjudged the weight and which way he's leaning. So they have a little platform on the bottom, like a little clear plastic disc with a little like blip on it, so you could put his foot in there.
Yeah, I wish more would have those.
Well, here's the problem: it still doesn't stand up right. I have to like lean it backwards against another box just for it to stand up properly. It's hella funny. I'm sitting there going, "What?" First I had a piece of tape holding it to the disc, and it was fine for a while, but eventually the sticky tape becomes unsticky, and then it starts falling forward again. So now I have it leaning backwards against a box. It's still on my shelf with all my other pops, but it's just like, okay, I had to put it in like a middle row leaning against something now. But it was just funny. I was like, oh man, this. So I'm like sitting there thinking, if they would have put the hole in the foot on the other foot, so where it's like on the foot leaning forward instead of the foot from the back.
It's a little more balanced.
Yeah, it would be more balanced. It was just an oversight, I guess, with that one too.
Shit happens. Speaking of toys, recently I've been going on a slight binge of figures from the Marvel Universe lately.
Nice.
I'm sure if anyone's following my Instagram, if I bring it up for a second.
At Scott NDX.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that. What the fuck? What are you doing, Firefox? Fuck you, Firefox.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good NDX. And scroll. Those are movies. Those are comics. Where the fuck are the toys? There are the toys. So, I finally got myself a Ghost Rider figure. To see, 30-some-odd years of being a Ghost Rider fan to get a really good Ghost Rider figure for my shelf.
Yeah, that's really, yeah.
It's on a motorcycle. Didn't really need that, but okay, sure, whatever. The Toys R Us. Now, if anyone knows, Toys R Us is going out of business.
Is it is it up to 40% off now here?
It says up to, nothing is.
Jeez. It's sad.
We went there on fucking Thursday, thinking, hey, maybe there'll be something on sale.
Yeah, everything's still 10 to 15% off, and the.
Yeah, but the board game's 25% off. I will buy 4 fucking games from you. I know what games I want.
Yeah, it's insane.
Go make money.
That's how I got my Foley. It basically paid the tax.
Exactly. Well, that's why I looked at it when I got this thing. They had a Ghost Rider figure there the Thursday before they started going out of business, right? Literally the day before. I went back that Sunday, none. They had 6. Now they had none. Motherfucker. Randomly go home during spring break, right? Long fucking day. Decided to just, I got nothing better to do. Let me go to Toys R Us quickly. Why not? Fuck, there's one there. Mine. I don't give a shit if it's $40 or not. It's mine. Fuck it. I'm walking out with it, right? So I got that. No, wrong thing. I don't want to look at Osaki on Jimbo. I got a few pops recently. You know, Lion Cat from Saga, the only good character in the whole fucking story. And Morton Joe, because fuck, man, I'm Morton Joe.
Mad Max.
Have you guys seen, Mad Max Fury Road?
I haven't yet, but I know who you're talking about.
Boobs?
Did we lose the Boobs?
I think Boobs muted us. We're talking about plastic things.
Yeah.
And Moon Knight. Those were recent ones. The Usagi Jumbo figure. But what else I found was Target was selling the Marvel 2-packs that they had for like half price. I am tempted, if they still have it the next time I go to Target, the Thor Valkyrie from the movie.
Oh, nice.
Ragnarok. They had a 2-pack for them for $18, but the one that I had to get, the 2-pack that I absolutely must have had, was the Star-Lord Ego combo because I need Kurt Russell on my shelf.
Love it.
Absolutely. So I really just, like, the Star-Lord one came with a figure of his face and the helmet. That didn't take long to pop that off and put the fucking helmet on. It's like, I don't want to see your face. I want this shit for Kurt Russell. You're technically not even needed.
That's funny.
I finally saw part 2.
Oh, dude. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still funny.
Kurt Russell steals the fucking movie, plain and simple.
Oh,
It's his fucking movie. And I am jealous of that man's hand for the last 30 years.
you know it's haircut from him.
Fuck that shit. I still want it. It's amazing. My God, it's so full and buoyant. I want to rub my hands through a man's hair and it's Kurt Russell's fault.
This show just took a turn. Oh, man.
And on Thursday, I found a Deathlock figurine.
Nice.
Now, that may not mean nothing to you guys, but Deathlock and Ghost Rider were 2 of the first comic book characters I really got into. So, the new Deadpool line came with a Deathlock figurine, and I just happened to find one in the wild, and I was not going to let that go.
Right on.
They haven't grew.
What?
Grew.
Grew? Groot?
Dude, don't hear you with food in your mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having a piece of chocolate cake with cookies frosting on it.
Mute yourself. No one wants to hear you eating.
You talking about Groot, as in the tree?
No, Gru. He's a comic book character.
No one's made a Groot figure in the last 30 years.
Okay.
Who is this other Groot that I don't know of? That
A comic came out a few years ago when he faced Conan the Barbarian, and that didn't sell very well.
Yeah.
Okay. The Gru was like a comic. It was more of a comic book version of Conan.
It was a spoof. That's all it is.
Yeah, he would end up killing wrong people, and he'd rescue the girl, but end up killing her too. He just killed them.
Dude, the Usagi Yojimbo, the rabbit. You know.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I gotta say, I'm here.
Stan Sky every once in a while will draw Gru in the comics for Usagi Yojimbo, and they're just like the rabbit and him just looking at each other like, I hate you. For no reason. But yeah, Gru was a Conan the Barbarian spoof by Sergio Aragonés, who was well known for that, as well as some of the best spoof comics to ever come out, and Mad Magazine for the last 60 years.
Right on.
He's one of the original band artists, and he's still going strong.
Sweet. I wish I knew more about it. That is kind of cool. I gotta point out, dude, I just happened to was looking at the figures thing, and I see the other posting of the Ninja Turtle villains. I think that's pretty fucking awesome looking.
Yeah, and I did that with just the brush pen, too.
That's pretty cool, dude. Bebop, Rocksteady, Foot Clan Soldier, and Shredder.
Yeah, I went with the movie Foot Clan Soldier because it's not the comic book version. These are more of the modern-day comic versions, but then I just went, classic Foot Clan for the movie because fuck the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that, honestly, if I had to pick one out of all of them, my heart wants to say the number 2 is my personal favorite, but my brain, based on everything, number 1's the best.
Well, yeah, nothing's going to beat that first movie. But,
it's super dark.
Blues is fun.
Yeah, I mean...
Just because the Shredder runs out, babies!
Yeah.
Babies!
I love that. That was pretty funny, too.
Toka! Razor! Go! Play!
Yeah.
And they pick up fucking street.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Or the
Mamas! Oh God, why?
It's so bad, but it's so funny at the same time.
It is such a horrible film in all the right ways. Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja. What the fuck?
Dude, the subtle, hey, we're gonna jump into the sewer, and then here comes fucking Toka, jumps in and gets stuck, and he starts tickling his feet.
I know. It's just like, hey, there's Raph. Yeah, little too Raph. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, just shut up.
That's why, like, again, my heart wants to say that one's the best one, but it's not because it's so...
I'm just glad you didn't say Turtles in Time.
Oh, fuck that movie. Fuck that movie. It's so bad.
I like it for all the wrong reasons.
The funniest part of that movie is Casey Jones teaching the samurai guys how to play hockey.
Honestly, I would have watched that movie all day instead. Can we stop going back in time? Can we just focus on the samurais trying to live life in America?
Yeah. Just,
through the sewers with Casey Jones as their fucking guy?
That's probably the best part of it. The rest of the story I can give a shit about, man. Like, honestly, it's just one of those things. And then they tried to do that. What was the other one that they tried to do with the female turtle?
Oh, that was a television show with Venus de Milo or Venus the Turtle or whatever.
I don't know. It was like they actually made her look like she had boobs.
Hey, I mean...
Whatever.
That was someone's fetish somewhere.
I wouldn't doubt that somewhere. People are weird. But yeah, no, number 1 is by far the best. Even to a point where the flashback sequence with Splinter being the little tiny rat and watching the mentor and learning how to do.
Now that I'm really old enough to go, oh god, that's such bullshit. Rats can't do that.
It is, but still, it's like one of the best parts.
The fact they had an animatronic rat doing fucking kung fu was impressive.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Everything was done with puppetry back then, man. You just sit there and go, That's better than most CGI, and it's just a dude in a literal rubber mask.
Dude, you know what's funny? This is going to sound really, really off the wall. The drawings that April did at the cabin, I would legit have those up on my wall if they had prints of them.
Oh yeah, they were great.
They were really fucking cool. I really think those are sweet. Yeah, dude, it's just funny. Like it had its moments too, where it was like very, very fun and playful, and then it got really, really dark and serious in other places. So
that's what I liked about it. That was actually what Brian was talking to me about recently. It's like, oh yeah, it's great, but it's so dark and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's what I loved about it, man.
Well, you're also talking to Brian, who says his favorite Batman film is Batman and Robin. I'm dead serious. He said that to me on numerous occasions, and his favorite Batman film out of all of them is Batman and Robin. Probably because of the fact that it's goofy as hell.
Was he under the influence?
No, he was completely sober.
I mean, I like Batman and Robin. Let's be honest. Batman Forever is still the better film with fucking, Two-Face and Riddler.
Holy rusted metal Batman.
The best Batman was Michael Keaton. He set the mold.
I agree with you.
That is like...
And I still think Jack Nicholson is the best Joker because he's actually the Joker in real life.
Oh, God. Danny DeVito the Penguin was a perfect casting. The original series was... His head's above with the remakes. I mean, he's Heath Ledger. I'm going to be honest with you. In my opinion, his Joker was really maniacal and evil compared to Jack Nicholson's, who was humorous and, he fit more of what the Joker was about. Humorous and playful, still a bad guy, but, he wasn't really...
He'll still kill ya, but he'll do it in the funnest ways possible.
The Joker...
Jack Nicholson's Joker was about a character who had the free will to do anything he wanted. And that made sense because Jack Nicholson is a person who has the free will to do anything he fucking wants.
That's because he's Jack Nicholson.
That's my point. That's why Nicholson was the best Joker, because it didn't feel forced. I will say this: Heath Ledger made Batman Returns. Or,
Dark Knight. Yeah.
He made that movie. Granted, he made that movie. But it doesn't change the fact that I still think after watching Batman 89 again not too long ago and watching The Dark Knight, Nicholson's Joker just felt more Joker.
That movie felt more along the lines of being a comic book in the life.
Oh, well, Nolan wanted everything to be real. It's got to be real!
It's one of those things, too, where, like, every Joker that has been there brings something completely different to the table. Even going back to the television show with Cesar Romero, right? That's his name. Yeah. I mean, every Joker brings something different. Even with Leto, as much as people hate on Suicide Squad, it was a completely different take on the Joker. But in some cases it works. In some cases, like in most cases, most people didn't like Leto. I didn't think it was bad at all, personally.
God, it was horrible.
Personally, I didn't think it was bad. I kind of want to know more about him based on what I saw. They could have done so much more. They really only went surface level with his character in that film.
It was skin deep.
So,
it's the Joker.
Yeah.
But a lot of it has to do, I think, with, from my childhood, I have an opinion of what the Joker should be.
Mark Hamill.
No.
Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
He's still the best Joker.
He's the best Joker ever. In all the animated series, the video games.
That's also the best Batman, too, with Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
The cartoon did it the best. Plain and simple.
Even the Arkham games, man. I'm not a big Arkham series gamer, but I've played a little bit of it, and it's that opening sequence of that game has some fun things with it that just the Joker taking over the asylum, and yeah, it's fun, man. It's one of those series. It's so funny how over the years that Batman still lives on and has, at least still for the most part, a good rapport with the fans, whereas somebody like Superman kind of has faded and it's nowhere near. It's tarnished. At best, probably the best word. It's,
oddly enough, the older I got, the more interested in Superman I got.
see, yeah.
Like the recent run with him and his son.
Well, see, you're talking comics too.
Interesting to me than I'd rather watch Damian Robin instead of Batman. I really don't care about Bruce Wayne at all. When Dick Grayson was Batman, I actually got into reading the Batman books again.
See, I don't read enough comics to know enough. I'm kind of going based on what I've seen in film. So I don't know. I've never been a big Superman person.
If you're thinking about it, then right now the best Batman was, if we're going by film standards, best Batman was Michael Keaton. After that, probably I would have to go with what's his name, Christian Bale, just because it's a more realistic and a more honest look at what Batman should be than seriously, George Clooney.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer. At least
Bat nipples.
At least, you know what? People keep making fun of the bat nipples with George Clooney's movie, but they debuted in the movie before.
And yeah, with Val Kilmer.
They did a fucking close-up of it.
Yeah.
And I'm still disappointed there wasn't rubber nipples on Alicia Silverstone.
I knew that was going to happen sooner or later. Somebody was going to say that. That's so funny. Oh, man. Hey, going through your Instagram, how was that maple cotton candy?
Oh, God, that was so good.
Dude, seriously, I saw that on there. I was like, wait, maple cotton candy? I mean, it looked like an ice cream container. I was like, wait, is that ice cream? No, that's actual cotton candy. What? Huh?
Yes, it was. It was actual cotton candy. It was just like, oh, this is a thing that exists. We shall try this thing that exists. Oh, my God, this is one of the best things that ever existed. It was so fucking good. Oh, my God, I'm so glad I had it. I have to go back to that store. I have a card for that store now. Spend $100, save 5%. I'm going to have to go back to that store and see if they have more of it.
Yeah. He's going to spend $100 and save $5.
I will. Well, if I spend $100, I'll save $5 on the cotton candy, which was $5.
Yeah.
Do they have I could think of an improvement you could make on maple cotton candy.
No, you can't.
I'm guessing he's going to say bacon.
Maple flavored bacon cotton candy.
Fake bacon flavoring sucks. Fuck that shit.
You could take at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, they have cotton candy where they put like Pop Rocks in it and that type of candy.
I don't want shit in my cotton candy. I just want cotton candy.
Bits, even bacon bits.
Even bacon bits. Fuck that. Bacon doesn't need to be in everything.
But it does make everything better.
No, it doesn't. It wouldn't make this better. It would have made it worse. This didn't need any of that. This thing was perfect on its own.
I may have to fry up some bacon now, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm always glad to contribute to the cholesterol level of anybody.
There's bacon in the fridge, too. So I may have to make that for breakfast or something. Oh, man.
They have a kind of sausage where I live. It's called Matheson sausage, and it's made at a place that's like local. It's down in Lexington, Kentucky, which is like 60 miles away, so it's local. And there are some good sausages out there, but this stuff takes the cake. They have a maple sausage, and I don't know how they make it, but it's actually got maple syrup in the damn sausage. You can see the maple syrup swirl through it. It is just awesome stuff. It's very good.
Sausage.
Seems like a lack of sausage in the maple syrup sausage then.
Ditka sausage.
Well, it's like, I don't know how to...
Really? No Bueller?
I was going with the Ditka commercial, whatever that thing was, or the Saturday Night Live thing.
It seems like what they probably do is they like flatten out the sausage and then put the maple in and then roll it because it's like a little pinwheel of maple syrup through it, and it's really freaking good. It's the best thing on the planet, or the best sausage I've ever had. I gotta get that. And it's not, you know how you get sausage and it's got all the fat and stuff in it. You cut this stuff off the log and you fry it up, and it might shrink by 2%. Very little shrinking. And it's really good, really meaty, really tasty.
Because that's the one thing nobody needs with their sausage is shrinkage.
I hate you right now.
Why? That's why. Were you thinking of saying it and I beat you to it?
No, I wasn't thinking about it at all, and now that you said it, I can't unthink it.
I have a dirty mind once in a while, I guess. Sort of. Kinda. I don't know.
Mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Korean had a dirty thought.
A very, very bad joke, I guess.
Oh, but funny. Very good. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Yes, thoroughly amused.
So, shit. Yeah, so, okay, you gotta explain to me, what the hell happened with you and Aaron for you to draw a Ninja Turtle barfing?
No.
You don't want to explain? Do I not want to know?
That shit on the air.
Okay. Was that bad?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'll get it off the air. It literally looks like he's vomiting pizza.
Oh, come on. I mean, what else would he vomit?
That is true. All right, I will leave that one alone then.
Wait, turtles the only turtles that eat pizza? Or would a regular turtle, if it had nothing else, eat pizza?
Probably.
I mean, we know rats steal slices of pizza to bring home to their kids in New York.
I saw that. That was a fucking hilarious little video.
Yeah.
Stole an entire slice of pizza, started dragging it down a stairwell. But that was pretty cool.
You gotta have some brave-ass rats that do that. Those rats have no fear. They are like Pentagon Jr. Zero me in.
Well, shit. Dude, that's the same thing with the fucking, the geese, dude. Out here in California, we get a lot of, at the school, we get the Canadian geese. Oh my god, like, there are times where you can like try to walk up to them and shoo them away or whatnot like that. They won't freaking move an inch. They'll like start walking back towards you like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, stand their ground. This is
Violent motherfuckers.
It can be, yeah. Especially if you got food on you, man, they'll chase your ass down.
Would you watch Ozzy Man reviews?
No.
Dude, they have one with the geese and a snake. The geese kicked the snake's ass. It was a big ass snake down there, I guess in Australia, wherever he lived at. It kicked that snake's ass. And I'm sitting there watching this goose, and I'm like, this snake's gonna strike. It's gonna get it. This is a big ass poisonous. It's gonna eat this snake. Nope. The snake ends up scurrying away, trying to get the hell away from the goose, and the damn thing follows it down the road and keeps attacking the damn thing. And the snake's looking back at it like, what the hell? I'm trying to get away. I'm leaving you alone. Why are you bothering me?
I don't know why. Just you talking about that in my head popped up the quote from the Mighty Ducks. Ducks are wimpy. They don't even have teeth. Neither do hockey players. I don't know why that popped into my head. Shoot, man.
Oh, shit. We are less than a week away from the greatest Royal Rumble ever.
Yeah, dude, on Friday, coming up next week, it's, 12 noon for you, 9 in Pacific AM for me on Friday.
Well, I won't be watching that then until later in the evening.
Yeah, because they're going to broadcast it live from Saudi Arabia.
They need to rename it, not the greatest Royal Rumble ever, the longest Royal Rumble.
God, yeah.
7 damn titles and a Royal Rumble match?
Yeah, they're going to have almost every title. The women aren't participating, supposedly. I have not seen a women's match advertised.
No, they're going to come in face shield with face masks on.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen anything say advertising the women wrestling, because I know when they were over, was it India when they were wrestling and they let the women wrestle and they were literally covered from basically like neck to toe.
So they went back to the 1930s and 40s.
Wasn't that when they were in Dubai?
Was it Dubai? Okay, I don't remember where it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were basically, it was what Sasha and Alexa, they were literally covered. Every inch of them was covered. So it's like, okay, yeah, they got to wrestle, but they still had to abide by the local women whatever customs there, backwards ass customs or whatever it is out there. I also read something, I don't know how much truth there is to it, but as a way to get people to buy the seats up close and to make it look like they are trying to be catering to women in that area, the seats up close are cheaper, but you have to buy them in a pack and legitimately bring a family. Like, so they want to make it to where the front rows are actually have more people, like different, both men and women, and possibly kids. And so if you want to sit up front, it has to be like that. I was like, that seems weird to me, but again, I don't know about anything really about Saudi Arabia, so except for it might be a little backwards.
Doesn't it bother you that, like, we go to their country and we have to abide by their rules, but they come here and they don't have to live by ours? Someone.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but it's not. I mean, depending on where you go, sometimes the rules are enforced and sometimes they're not. So depends on where you go.
Yeah, it's going to be like, if you think about it, they're going to have 7 title matches, and you know they're not going to do 5 bouts.
I honestly, what do you guys think? Do you think that a title will flip?
Jinder Mahal will win the U.S. title back. I know he's Indian.
I think they might do a title swap. Have him take the title, and then have Joe grab the IC title and bring that to SmackDown with him.
Okay.
Which I'd be more than happy to see happen.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. And that would be kind of nice to see, maybe. And then,
now we get Joe Miz, as we get Joe Bryan or Miz Bryan.
So, okay, after all of this stuff happening, we are still having a brand split theoretically, but on the pay-per-views they're coming together. So, say Roman wins the belt off of Lesnar in that cage match or whatever the hell they're doing there.
I really think that should happen at this point. Like, how is that not going to fucking happen?
So, say it does happen. At the next pay-per-view, Roman's facing Joe. If Joe wins, does that mean he goes back to Raw or the belt stays over there? I think they'd be able
to flip-flop belts, but I don't think Joe would win. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Joe's been way too hot on the mic and making Roman look like a fucking bitch the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I would love to see Joe, and it's funny because I literally
out as a major fucking heel, and he's still getting, Joe chance, and Joe's gonna kill you fucking chance. Like, yeah, no, they want him too much to win, so it's not gonna happen.
I don't know why it popped out to me the other day, but watching Monday when he came out to cut that promo on Roman, right? I literally had to roll it back so that Gonzo could hear it and point it out to him. If you listen to the way Joe's promo style was on that Monday night, I could close my eyes and see Ric Flair cutting that promo. Literally, Roman, this. I mean, I was like, holy shit! It sounds like Ric Flair cutting a promo on somebody. Joe's fucking improved like hell.
Let's be honest though, Joe could talk, even though he spent a year and a half not saying a fucking word in TNA.
Yeah, you just don't think of Joe as the promo guy. You think of him as the guy who's just, hey, I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna go out there and kick your ass, and that's it.
Yeah, but since he's come in, man, he's cut some sick fucking promos. The guy can talk when he wants to.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. So
with the Tom's package, if he can stay fucking healthy.
Well, shit. And then since we bringing this up, dude, we did have the superstar shakeup this week. A lot of guys switched brands. A lot of guys moved up. Holy hell, man! So for the sake of it, I'm gonna mention the NXT guys that got moved up. McIntyre got moved up. He's basically now going to be Diesel to Ziggler, Shawn Michaels.
Not for long, let's be honest.
Probably not, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. We got Sanity got moved up to SmackDown. They didn't actually appear on the show, but
I was so disappointed. That fucking tag match at the end would have been the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Instead they used it for Big Kaz.
Yeah. Nikki Cross is
Nakamura grabbing for the balls.
Yeah. He hit him in the ding-ding again. Nikki Cross did not get moved up officially based on this. So they're going to keep her down there for a little bit. She's kind of in the Bayley position now where other people got moved up and she's going to stay down for a little bit just so that there's... It does suck, but at least there's somebody who can compete with Baszler for a little bit, I guess.
She should have gone up with them. Sanity's a package deal, man.
Yeah, we got Cien Almas and Zelina Vega.
I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
Exactly. Plus we also, I mean, we got it the week before, but still, I mean, Ember Moon is on Raw, which is great too. I'm happy about that. So, And then shaking things up. So here's everybody who is going now to Raw. We got Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh, the Riot Squad. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are now there after being free agents and signed by Stephanie McMahon, basically giving
I like how that was done. That promo was so much fun.
Yeah, big giant fuck you to Kurt Angle. Zack Ryder announced via a tweet that he's on Raw. Breezango, who got an upset victory over the Bar. That was kind of cool. Natalia. Huh?
Holy shit.
You gotta give it
It's like rejected He-Man figures.
I love it.
Well, you gotta give it to the Bar, though, being, the flip and everything, for putting them over.
Yeah.
You gotta go star on Sheamus for doing that for him.
Yeah.
Hey, the Bar, look, they're a good tag team when they want to fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
When they let them go out there and wrestle and not keep them in the comedy role. Tyler Breeze, freaking Fandango can go. We know that. And Tyler Breeze can go. We know that.
Tyler Breeze wrestled friggin' Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah.
They gave him that opportunity.
Yeah.
Tyler, I think if they let them go out there and actually wrestle, they got one hell of a tag team to go with.
I still love their gimmick, though, dude. It's so fucking funny.
It's fun! I really like the Snickers commercial that they had for him with them and Foley.
Yeah. But, so let's see. We had Mojo moved over. We mentioned Ziggler with McIntyre.
Once he's going to get fired. Yay, Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
Him and Zack Ryder can continue their feud. Oh, God.
Yeah, we got Baron Corbin. Mike Kanellis, Bennett, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's over there.
Mike Kanellis in the WWE.
I forgot.
And still, I want to see the man succeed after cleaning himself up. I just need to see him. You know what? He should be teamed with Ziggler.
That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be a bad tag team at all.
Yeah, because
Or, dude, put him with Chad Gable. Because Chad Gable moved over to Raw now, too.
God, Chad Gable literally wrestle circles around him.
I know, but I just think it'd be funny. Maybe he'll actually learn something and it'll rub off. I don't know.
I didn't know he was actually there until WrestleMania. When I saw him at the Andre, I was like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
he's still there.
And then, let's see, the Ascension
Yeah,
got...
Mike Kanellis is kind of, got a big contract to sit around and do nothing until they figure out what they want to do with him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a bad thing. He is a father right now, so
Yeah.
it's not going to hurt, raking in that cash. But if you got a guy, either use him or don't.
Yeah.
Pair him with Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, dude.
Kurt Hawkins, at least, he gets some jobber time out there, and he gets some television time every once in a while. Kanellis was like, in the background scene of Raw, he's like, oh shit, let me get off camera.
Yeah, Shane McMahon. Or no, it was SmackDown. Shane McMahon was getting the shit beat out of him. He was in the background one time, and he went and hid.
Yeah, it's like, if you could pair him with Kurt Hawkins and have a jobber tag.
Another job squad? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, have a jobber tag team out there. And
Yeah.
then,
But that's at least a tag team you can see win matches.
Well,
though.
speaking
Kurt
of...
Hawkins is a former tag team champion, Mike Kanellis. Granted, while we don't consider him a very good wrestler at all, the man does have a pedigree going into WWE, a history going to WWE of being a champion.
in tag team.
Well, speaking of jobber tag teams, the Ascension is also on Raw.
Ruined that.
That's fucking sad. But at least they got them back together now with the Breezango, so I guess they're...
Yeah, that's gonna help both those teams.
Yeah, not very much. And then Bobby Roode as well is now on Raw.
They made a big stink about that, at least.
Yeah, on the blue brand, we got Jeff Hardy over there. Absolution now has switched over.
I was gonna say though, Jeff Hardy going to SmackDown is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got Samoa Joe is on SmackDown now. We got the three guys of Sanity: EY, Alexander Wolf, Killian Dane. The returning Big Cass. Asuka is now on SmackDown, which basically prompted Carmella to go, oh, fuck. Then we got Gallows and Anderson. Cesaro and Sheamus at the Bar. R-Truth, for some reason, thought it was still Monday. And, and then CNL was. Let's see.
And Paige.
And, well, Paige is now the GM, so...
Yeah, because that's I really want to watch Paige. A lot of fast forwarding.
I'm glad that she did exactly what every single one of us wanted to do, which was, hey, let's make it a tag team match, playa, and actually did it and said it like Teddy Long.
So what was the I don't know if you talked about this, but I'm when they made the announcement of her beating the GM, I was really happy. I'm like, okay, she can talk, she's got a good look to her, and I don't want, knowing that she can't not wrestle anymore, but she's still going to be there because Paige is, you don't come to Raw and win the Divas title your first night out for no reason. You have to, and we know how good she was in the ring.
I disagree. I still think that match was that good in NXT was because of Emma. That NXT arrival match that they had that set the bar when everyone said, "Oh my God, look how good Paige is." I really thought that was Emma that carried that match. Always have. I was never a huge fan of Paige.
Don't get it wrong. She's still nowhere near the caliber of a wrestler that Charlotte and Becky Lynch and Asuka are. And freaking the one person I hate, Alexa Bliss, because she's doing her job right, okay?
Yeah.
But I have got to give her credit for over the last year or so. She has gotten so good in the ring. I love watching her perform.
Yeah. Well,
and it's
good.
It's just, yeah. She's one of those ones that I didn't expect anything out of, and then when she came up and finally started doing stuff, I was like, okay, she's better than I thought.
Yeah.
Ah, man, I was always a fan of Alexa Bliss. Her turning heel was the best thing for her.
Well, it's not right.
I understand she's not a fantastic wrestler. I'll be the first to admit that. She's average to above average at best. Mm-hmm. But it's her fucking character, man.
Yeah, she got over the feud with Nia over the fat shaming. That was beautiful.
I still hate shit like that. But Nia going off that one moment at WrestleMania where Bliss hits Nia just screams, and Alexa screams as if she just saw Jason Voorhees pop up wearing Michael Myers on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Then tries to run away and gets grabbed by the weave.
Oh, man, that was so fucking good.
Yeah, and then afterwards, I love the fact now that they're even playing it up more. Now she's trying to turn it back. Oh, Nia's the bully. She's picking on me because I'm small. It's fucking great.
She should.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, I'm going to run down the matches for this Greatest Royal Rumble since I just was able to find them. Dude, we got 10 matches on this card, one of which being the freaking 50-man Rumble.
That's good. Forever.
Yeah, so we got supposedly the casket match is going to take place between Taker and Rusev. Then it's going to it's Chris Jericho. No, wait, it's Rusev.
What the fuck was going on with that?
I think it was because they were having problems with Rusev and he was talking about leaving.
Do you blame him?
No, not at all. But
talking about leaving because they put Chris Jericho in that match, thinking Jericho was the bigger name. After all, Rusev Day has taken off.
This man's not a champion right now. That is the biggest travesty going on.
Yeah.
He should be in that Universal title picture. I don't care if anyone's that good.
Supposedly, John Cena is going to face Triple H in a singles match. Okay.
Why?
I have no idea.
Just so they can get a paycheck from.
Probably. There's.
I mean, it's probably going to be a decent to good match. I mean, they both work very well together, but it's just, I don't need to see that right now. That's more for
the area, the crowd there.
That'd be a dark match?
Maybe, I don't know. I guess the Cruiserweight title is going to be defended, but officially, as of right now, there's no person yet. I'm guessing we'll figure that out on Tuesday.
Damn it.
205.
Johnny.
That would be awesome. Cedric versus Johnny Gargano would be sick. Let's see. The SmackDown tag titles. Bludgeon Brothers defending against the Usos. We got the tournament final for the Raw tag team titles between the Bar and Wyatt and Hardy, which, I wonder who's going to win that one, considering some team is on SmackDown now. Seriously. Come on. Fucking A, this could have been the Revival.
I know, right? But the Revival aren't, good enough.
Wonderful.
Maybe we get a run in.
Oh, dude, that would be great. Then Vacant retains the title.
Vacant retained.
By DQ, Vacant retains the title. Let's see. U.S. title, Hardy defending against Mahal. We got the WWE title match between AJ and Shinsuke. The IC title, Rollins defending against Balor, Joe, and Miz. And then the steel cage match between for Universal between Lesnar and Roman on top of the greatest Royal Rumble. Oh my God, 50 people! Holy shit!
Every man on the roster and a whole bunch of people in the audience.
Yeah, they're gonna. They did have a tryout thing, and I guess they picked like 8 people to send to Florida.
No, not yet. They're going to continue training in wherever they are right now.
Okay, in Saudi Arabia. Okay.
They're going to lead up to the greatest Royal Rumble, so they might only take 2 to 4 with them. I don't think they're going to take all 8.
Okay, because I saw they did a big old thing and they whittled it down to 8. I thought that was the 8 they were taking to Performance Center.
Is Shira with WWE now?
Mahabali Shira, I believe he is in the Performance Center.
See, I would love.
Jesus Christ! I think it's going to be like, hey TNA, when you're done over there, just go on over.
Yeah.
I'll just need them debut at that match. I mean, you can say what you want about Shira, but I think there's potential for him.
Yeah, I think so too.
And that would be a great place to have him debut, come out.
I mean, I know it's Saudi Arabia, but I mean, India is a hop, skip, and a jump away for the Great Khali to jump on a plane.
And do they have a straitjacket for EY?
For EY, yeah, that'd be funny to see all the. There's going to be so many people because even just today, I seen on Instagram, Seth Rollins, Bailey, The Bar we're all in Johannesburg, South Africa, so they're like making the rounds on the stops before they get to Jeddah on Friday. So, I mean, they're doing different places all the way around. So I was like, okay, cool. They're making headway as they're doing an international tour. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I mean, they got to bring some NXT guys. You think?
Yeah, but here's my question: what is the payoff for the Royal Rumble match?
Just a freaking trophy?
No, why not get a title shot at SummerSlam?
That'd be nice.
You know, that the guy gets a guaranteed shot at SummerSlam at the title of his choice. And then you could have somebody, I don't know, freaking put over Killian Dane. And then he goes after the mid-card belt. Or he says, okay, I want to use this to cash in with my tag team partner here, and we're going to take the tag team titles.
I mean, it'd be cool to see, but I don't know. As of right now, WWE's on a trophy kick, so they're going to give away some sort of trophy. I don't know.
Did you see involved in the trophies and everything?
Hey, at least this trophy doesn't look like a fucking penis or something. Like the women's battle royal looked like a freaking uterus.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that going around. Yeah.
So,
it's on its period.
Goodness gracious.
It's like.
Yeah, no one went to see and go.
Is that really what I think?
You really think this is a good fucking idea?
Yeah.
Who came up with this? Who thought this one up?
Oh.
Is it the same thing made the scratch logo?
I don't know. Hey, you want to hear something funny? Somebody posted up a video. They're making fun of AJ Styles because of like, oh yeah, why did you kick me in the dick, or why did you punch me in the dick? This, that, and the other thing. And somebody posted the video of AJ Styles winning his first title in the WWE by kicking Dean Ambrose in the balls. So I'm like, turnabout's fair play, motherfucker.
Do you think Shinsuke goes over here?
That'd be fucking awesome.
Or do you think that they've lost faith in Nakamura? I mean, turning him heel is a great thing.
Oh my god, he's been so much fun. And supposedly he wants a t-shirt that says, I know speak English.
That would be fun. And,
yeah, I can't believe they're actually running with that. That shit's actually getting him over.
Yeah.
Like, they hear that. Oh, God. The fans probably said that.
Yeah.
That's because I would rather hear him say that than speak broken English like he does. Because he's really when you see him cut promos speaking English, he looks like he's in severe pain.
Dude, now that's just him in general. His mannerisms always look like he's like got like a fart that won't come out, or
trying to translate what he said.
Yeah, and you both know that I've not been high on Shinsuke Nakamura at all.
yeah.
And now, I like this Shinsuke. I really want to see more of him. I look like when he came out after he screwed him, he come up and then he just kind of paintbrushed him there on the ground. That was great. It's like, okay, I guess you're going back to the stereotypical Japanese guy.
Well, no, I mean that's kind of how, from what I hear from people, that's how he was when he was in Chaos. He was in New Japan. He was the leader of, or one of the leaders of the faction, and he was that dirty heel. So
see, the Shinsuke I want to see again is the Shinsuke that wrestled Sami Zayn in his fucking debut. The guy, when Sami Zayn was hanging outside the ropes, he just kicked him in the fucking face all he could, because guess what? I can kick you in the fucking face all I can!
yeah, there's not much you can do about it.
I have a new name for his new finishing move. It's called the Nutcracker Sweep. Hey, that's how he should win. He delivers that low blow, rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3, and then you see him being the title race over in the corner. AJ laying, grabbing his family jewels, and hoping he can make more babies.
Could you? I mean, in all honesty, the finish for this match in Saudi Arabia, I have a feeling that AJ could end up looking like he's gonna win, and getting him up in the Styles Clash, like getting him basically all set up, and as he's trying to like step over to get the arm, he loses his grip on him and then just nut shot, and that's it. I mean, and that's how the match ends as a DQ. I mean, that just continues the rivalry going into Backlash.
No, we have to have a blind ref.
No, jeez.
Blind ref. Gotta have that blind referee.
Or you just have, Drake Wirtz do it, because apparently he's moving his way up in life.
Yeah, dude, fucking A. Drake Wirtz. How do you pronounce his last name? Was it?
I think it's just Wirtz.
Wirtz. I didn't know if there was an L in there somewhere. But Drake Younger, former Drake Younger. I can't believe, dude, he got the fucking ref the Rousey match.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Seriously, I'm telling you, he's probably the best referee in the company right now. And I know I've been saying a lot about that over the last 2 years since he's pretty much debuted as a ref, but he's got it down so perfectly where he's in the peripheral every time.
Mm-hmm.
You know he's there, but he's not there.
And God forbid he ever has to take a bump, he knows how to sell it properly.
Well, that's the thing, though. You don't want to sell properly. You want to be kind of,
look awkward as you fall, but still do it safely.
Exactly, because you need the kind of pull of Dave or Earl Hebner, oh no, I just been shot by a cannon type of thing.
Except for when Earl Hebner starts going, hey, fuck you, Triple H, blah, blah.
Yeah, well, that's just Triple H having fun with a guy who was a friend of his. Let's be honest, that was all done because Triple H loved that spot.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Triple H.
Y'all remember this Dave Hebner, he gets knocked out of the ring and the other ref would come up in to give the count, and Hebner would be there in the corner, draped over the apron, looking on.
Yeah.
Hebner was a damn fine referee.
Who do you...
The Hebners were the best. I really want them to go to the Hall of Fame eventually.
The double angle was one of the best in WWE history as far as cricket routes go. Blew the Danny Davis one out of the water. What, there are 2 of them? Oh my god.
Yeah.
There are 2 of them.
Who do you think would stand out of the roster? Who do you think would stand the best to be the winner of that greatest battle royal, or Royal Rumble rather? Who do you think could use it more, at least to kind of run with, or I mean?
Xenomorphs.
Interesting pick.
That would be a fucking rocket right up the ass for Almas.
Almas, because until he faced McIntyre, I didn't realize how good he was until he actually faced Drew McIntyre.
Well, that's because you're blind.
No, it's because I had been keeping up with NXT a lot, and when I saw it was sporadic, and he was wrestling people that I wouldn't even consider.
He fucking lost to Caesar Bononi like a month before he won the fucking title.
Yeah, and that was all part of the storyline, though.
Yeah. He needed something to wake his ass up.
Did anyone see the promo for Kona Reeves coming back?
Oh my god, what the fuck is with that?
Feels very 1980s Miami Vice.
Yeah, I was like, what the huh? It makes no sense.
On his face with like, what the hell?
It's just gonna be like what the hell is his name? Dan Spivey coming back? It's gonna be so weird shit. Because this guy looks psychotic when he first debuted.
No,
like just standing there.
He's gonna be the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea? No.
Oh god.
I don't know, man. That's crazy. No, it would be pretty fucking cool to see somebody like even if it was to a point where in this greatest Royal Rumble ever, somebody like an Aleister Black wins. Or somebody who is like a mid-card guy like Elias.
The thing is, I don't think you need NXT guys in it at all. I mean, the roster's deep enough where you can fill all those matches and still have 50 guys in the Royal Rumble. I'm not saying that you can't have, guys that are in matches at the Rumble either.
Yeah.
People might be double booking it.
Maybe this is the Royal Rumble they let Rusev win.
I don't know about that one, especially if he's going to get buried by The Undertaker earlier.
I was thinking that maybe he got in trouble for the Bury Me Softly, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I think
on Twitter, I thought maybe, that just cost you the match.
You come to this foregone conclusion that he's going to get buried alive by The Undertaker.
Yes, it's The Undertaker.
Just imagine, though, he wins the match.
He beats Taker.
Unless he pulls like a motherfucking Yokozuna and gets the entire goddamn roster to help put him in the goddamn casket.
Wait, we're talking about a no DQ kind of match.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The only way Rusev wins is
in his corner.
If he has freaking every single heel on that roster helping him, like Yokozuna had at the with the double wide, double deep casket match, then yeah, Rusev has a goddamn chance.
No, you're absolutely forgetting the fact that a win here doesn't benefit Taker in any way. But Taker putting Rusev over is huge.
But I seriously doubt that Taker's gonna fly halfway across the world to lose.
He flew to fucking WrestleMania to lose to Roman Reigns. To Roman freaking Reigns? I can see Brock Lesnar. He's a legit MMA champ, a badass. But to Roman Reigns, why can't he job to Rusev to put Rusev over?
I would love it, dude. I would absolutely love it.
I'm sorry for yelling, but that pisses me off. Oh, Undertaker's going to win automatically because it's Rusev.
No, that's not because it's Rusev. It's because he's the Undertaker.
But he doesn't need the win, and if I'm Taker at this stage in my career, I can take an L.
Dude,
I'm Rusev over.
I'm
Rusev
with you.
Then be going out and going,
dude,
you know what? Roman, you beat Brock. Roman Reigns, you beat The Undertaker. Guess what? I beat The Undertaker.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I'm totally where you're on the same page. I think it would benefit Rusev if he got the win. I just don't think WWE is going to have him fly all the way over there just to fucking lose in front of a crowd that they've never played in front of before.
And I don't think WWE has to say in whether he wins or loses. It's his decision.
I just
he has that damn clout.
Maybe. I just don't think I don't think right now the WWE writers, producers, bookers, whoever, I don't think they got the sack to actually do that and put Rusev over.
To them, I do not think that they make that decision when it comes to Taker.
I don't know.
He has that much power.
Maybe.
To book his own match.
I mean, it would be fucking huge news if it happened.
Remember, after everything's said and done, it was Taker who decided to let Brock Lesnar beat him. It was Taker's decision to do that.
Maybe.
He came back for WrestleMania to squash John Cena.
Yeah, that was fucking cool.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was such a waste of my time.
It was, but it was still fucking cool.
But that's the whole thing. He doesn't need a win, and I think he realizes because he is. We've all heard the tales about how he loves the business so much. He knows that putting Rusev over in this match is going to make Rusev that star that the fans want.
Well, I hope, dude. I can honestly say I hope that you are right. I really do want to see it. I want to see Rusev stick around for a while, and Scott has been saying this forever that Rusev needs to be a main event guy.
And that makes him immediately he beat
arguably the greatest performer in wrestling history.
Yeah, he beat Undertaker. Not just that, but he beat Undertaker in Undertaker's match, the casket match.
It would be
the buried alive match. He beat him. That makes Rusev 3 men in the last. You know what I mean? Only 3 men can lay claim to defeating the Undertaker that are full-time active wrestlers. Well, one's not even a full-time active, but Lesnar, Reigns, and Rusev.
It would be great. I don't know. I think Scott would absolutely mark a fuck out if that happened.
I'd lose my shit.
Yeah, you know what? We'll know Friday what's going to happen, but I am going into this with Rusev. It doesn't benefit Taker, and I think Taker's a smart enough man, and he loves the business, or he would not have showed up at Mania. Because, we thought he retired. Everybody was sitting with tears in their eyes and a broken heart.
Yep.
From Mania when he laid the hat and the gloves down.
Yep.
And then he showed back up.
I was fine with it. I was waiting for it to finally happen, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's what angers me.
And that's probably because, he's Taker. What kills me is, why can't he host WrestleMania? He doesn't have to wrestle. He can come out and be the Undertaker. It's the Taker's WrestleMania to host.
Why do we need Undertaker at all anymore? I think we've surpassed him and his character long ago. It's not necessary anymore. It's beyond unnecessary anymore. We should try to move past it on purpose, but we're not.
Mm-hmm. I understand your point. I get that.
And it sucks.
I get that. I mean, I was truly hoping that the American Badass would come out. That's what I figured. Kid Rock was going in the Hall of Fame. Why not bring him out?
Well, yeah, and then Stephanie McMahon and Triple H stole his intro with the motorcycle. So.
Yeah, and see, that would have been like, okay, so it's not Undertaker, it's American Badass. He comes out, and that's it. The legend is done. Taker's out. Yeah. Badass is done. He could have came out as the Badass, and then laid the bandana in the ring or something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And made that symbology that both of these characters are now gone.
Hey, so I'm looking at this list, and according to the list of participants, Kurt Angle is going to participate in this Royal Rumble.
With a broken freaking neck.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they give this thing to Strowman. I that would make the most sense.
Maybe it comes down to Strowman, and I want to see somebody that we would never imagine.
That's why I said Elias.
Nice. Well, I love Elias. I'm not gonna lie, I love that character. Did you see the ride along with him?
No.
Oh God, he is playing it off like he's this huge rock star. It is so good. You know how ride-alongs will pick a couple, sometimes 3 people?
Yeah, it was just him.
In the back of the limo. I was like, goodness. Oh, this is a perfect character.
That's pretty funny. Oh, man. And
it was definitely entertaining.
Yeah, and I would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that we lost the absolute, possibly the great, well, it's going to be arguably one of the greatest champions ever in Bruno Sammartino this past week.
And remiss if not mentioning one of the best managers in the classic NWA era of wrestler and former tag team partner of one, Roddy Piper, Paul Jones.
Yeah, that's another one. And then, aside from wrestling, I mean, Scott and I, before we got on air here, we're talking, man, everybody's passing away because we lost former First Lady Barbara Bush, and just today, we lost Mini-Me, Vern Troyer.
What?
Yeah.
Arlie Ermy died too.
Yeah, Arlie Ermy. Yeah, that was another one. Somebody even said with Gunny, man, he passed away because the first lady needed her proper escort, military escort to cross over. I was like, oh, dude, that just hits you right in the feels.
Did you see the picture that's been going around social media of George H. sitting in his wheelchair and looking up Barbara's casket?
Oh man,
76 years. You know, you can think what you want about that man, but he loved his wife and she loved for them to be together that long and to be through everything they lived through, the White House and everything, just everything, man.
Yeah.
And the picture it's one of those things that when you look at it, it makes you understand what real love is about. Dude, I feel so bad for President Bush or President George H. I just
Daddy Bush.
And the shame is with her being married so long, I don't think he's going to last the year.
Yeah, that's usually 10 broken heart. Yeah.
I don't want to see that because I actually respect him.
Yeah, we mentioned Arlie Ermy and again, Full Metal Jacket.
The judges from Night Court too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, what was his name?
Judge Harry passed away. Harry Stone was his name.
Let me get his name.
I think his real name was Harry also.
He played a lot of characters named Harry, actually.
Oh, because his name was Harry.
Harry Anderson, yeah.
When did he pass?
On the 16th. This past week, too.
He couldn't have been that old, though. He had to be in, not even his 60s.
I will tell you in a second, because I just closed the window, like, as you were saying that. He passed away, he was born at 52.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so he's sick. Yeah, 60s.
Yeah, because I remember watching Night Court faithfully. That was like a great show.
Yeah.
I remember watching reruns of that.
I never knew. I knew of it, but I never watched it.
Marsha Wallace was on it. She was great. They had a great lineup. It was just, it was the right, I guess, it was imagine Judge Judy being a hot daytime show and then that being one of the hot nighttime sitcoms. It was just like the total antithesis of the other. It was just awesome. But I do respect Judge Judy. She was a bitch with an attitude and she let it show.
Oh, goodness. She's still alive, dude. She's still alive.
I love me some Judge Judy.
Dude, I went back and watched the intro of Full Metal Jacket, the scene with Gunny. Oh, man. That is freaking an awesome scene. Just him just ranting and going off on people.
Apparently, he was very good at what he did because Stanley Kubrick is very meticulous and did a lot of takes and only did like 2 to 3 takes with him and let him ad-lib, which Kubrick never did.
Yeah.
So that was like probably Kubrick's going, oh my god, this guy's too good, I can't do anything with it. Just let him do. Let him do what he do.
Yeah, the freaking, hey, how tall are you, private, whatever, that's the 5 foot, whatever. Oh, so I didn't know they stack shit that. The freaking, hey, man. Yeah, that, I mean, what's his name? That was, Vincent D'Onofrio? Is that what him? That was him in that one.
He was one that played Gomer, yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Honestly, once that movie got to the second half, it was over for me. It was just like, oh god, I don't care about the Vietnam at all.
Yeah, it was just, it's crazy him going psycho and yeah. But nah, that scene at the beginning is just iconic, man. So yeah, we lost quite a few this week. It's been a really really crazy week, man. And it always seems like it comes in droves too. There's always a bunch.
Got Betty White, right? We still got Betty White.
Betty White, to my knowledge, is still alive.
Don't be taking Betty White from her. She gets to live to be 100.
Oh, God forbid, man. Stan Lee's not doing well again, so you'll lose Stan Lee here soon. Hopefully not. But God, man, somebody said that one of my friends they had a Silicon Valley Comic-Con, and they said that he had a handler with him all day long, and he just kind of wasn't quite aware of everything that was going on. So, I mean, yeah. Great.
He's at that age, man.
Yeah.
Check out her picture. Wow, I'm amazed.
Who?
Dude, Judge Judy.
Okay, still want Judge Judy.
No, she's 75, dude, and she looks great. Damn. I'm amazed. You wish your old lady could look that good at 75 years old. Wow. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Damn. She made, in her prime, she made $123,000 per day. Mm-hmm.
What?
123 grand. Would you love to have a job that paid 123 grand a day?
I'd like a job that played 123 grand in 5 years.
She was making $45 million a year for doing that Judge Judy show.
That's insane.
Show too.
Yeah, I mean, it teaches you a lot about like civil litigation and how the judges' minds work.
She just took no fucking bullshit from people.
I just like watching idiots on the show and her ripping them apart.
Hey.
That's like drinking, games there. Someone's on Judge Judy. Are they stupid? Get the beer out. Let's find out.
There is a YouTube channel out here that deals, like, they take and cut and edit those shows up. And some of the things that came out of her mouth are unbelievable. Was amazing, and she spoke her mind. But she's not Betty White.
Oh my!
Please, Lord, please, hold on. Our Father, please let us retain Betty White until the end of the world. Let her death mark the sign that the next day the world will end, so that we do not suffer the great pain of losing her. Because
well, we're all dead soon.
We all love us some Betty White. Why is Betty White? Why was that a thing last year? At least don't take Betty White. Betty White's still. Remember that last year?
I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of people that we would rather have them take instead, but whatever. It's not our choice.
Hey, I would like for Ronnie to still be alive. Just my personal thing. I would love for President Reagan to still be here, but alas, he has passed. So nothing we can do about it.
So, hey Scott, have you figured out if you want to get this Smack Talk Showdown thing? That thing.
Why?
I don't know, I'm just wondering out loud because I don't know if Boobs has seen it yet, and it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I looked at it. I mean, anybody can do it. All you gotta do is throw out a watch. Okay, so Daniel, we're gonna do what their rules say. I'm gonna give you the scenario. Okay, it's the main event at the high school gymnasium. And Daniel the Killer Korea will be facing off tonight in the main event against Scott.
That's all he's called. He's just called Scott.
Just Scott.
Scott.
He's great Scott.
Yeah, great Scott. Great Scott. Okay, Daniel, cut your promo.
Silence, I kill you. Silence, I kill you.
I kill you. And Great Scott, please cut your promo on the Killer Korea.
Killer? What type of killer are you?
You're fired. That's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, that game looks like it's fun. It looks like it'd be a whole lot of fun.
I just wonder because it's like the scenario, right?
Yeah, they give you a hypothetical.
It also gives you things like, there's a card called Brother Bogan, where you have to end every sentence with the word brother. Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, dude, that would get annoying real fast, but it would be really fucking funny in the process. Were you good at talking a gravelly voice? Yeah.
Don't forget to mention the wall opening, brother.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty fucking funny. Oh hey, did you guys by chance see the Andre documentary HBO did yet?
Not yet.
Oh my
God. It'll be on the network, so that's when I'll watch it.
I hope so. Being it's an HBO special, it probably won't be for a while, but I got a chance to see it.
It's going to be on after It goes up Friday after the Greatest World of Boy is going to air.
The Andre documentary?
Yeah. That's what I saw on social media. I mean, you know everything that's on Twitter and Facebook is true.
Yeah,
so it's
sure.
Sure.
But
that's what I was seeing.
Yeah, dude, it was good, man. They used some of the older footage that was in the original documentary WWE did, but they brought in some extra stuff. They interviewed a lot. They had a lot of quote unquote wrestling historians on there, which most of which I didn't even know. Meltzer was on there too, and they went and interviewed Andre's family over in France that are still alive and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, man, it's a good little it was a good little documentary. I thought it was pretty cool. So
they waited long enough to make it, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, he's Andre the freaking Giant. He made Hulk Hogan Hulk Hogan. Him and Roddy Piper made Hulk Hogan. I don't care what anyone
Yeah,
says.
dude, Hogan in that, like, you could tell, like, that was funny. The build up to Mania 3, and Hogan was like paranoid, like, do I go talk to him? Should I ask him if he's gonna put me like what? I don't want to piss him off. Like it's pretty fucking funny. The build up to Mania 3 was insane. So.
He's done that before in interviews where he said he didn't know if Andre was going to actually like slam him or not.
Yeah.
Well, if Andre decided to say, "Yeah, I'm not liking you right now," he could have completely fucking squashed him.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, so. I want to see it, but it's Andre, man. I lived most of that stuff, so that's really, because, dude, the minute that interview on Piper's Pit, you'll be able to see it now since they're adding some of the classic WWE TV from the '80s up there. You'll be able to see the whole program stuff, and you'll get to see, like. People know who Coco Beware is, but until you actually get to see like a lot of his matches, you don't realize how good Coco Beware really was. If all you know him from is the mains, because he was freaking great.
Yeah, but yeah,
and that's why I have no problem with Coco Beware being in the Hall of Fame.
I've never had a problem. I think they need to have an animal induction, like induct Frankie and Matilda and Damien, have the animals inducted. And the first inductee could be George Animal still.
Yeah.
But no, I'm serious. They should like have a thing for
the Gooker.
The gobbledygooker. He would be like bottom of the barrel, though. He would be bottom of the barrel. Although they did scrape pretty low this year for inductees. I'm not going to say much more than that.
As long as Bam Bam gets to go in when they're in New Jersey, then that's cool.
He better, and there's a real push for Owen now.
Yeah, with everybody from the making comments in their speeches now. So
it only makes sense, man. Get over it. Let Owen go in the Hall of Fame. Jesus God, he was so great. Who else could take a word like nugget? Everybody I know in the world, nugget was like a thing. You call people a nugget. You knew what a nugget was. It's like, it's Owen Hart, man. He gave his life for the business. Put him in your Hall of Fame, damn
it. Yeah. Crazy.
Is his height still the problem, or is it that he's the problem?
From what I hear, it's more of his wife.
It's always been his wife that's not letting him in.
But why?
Because they killed her husband. That's what she thinks, and that's what she blames them for. She always has. She's not going to get over that. She needs to die first for him to get in.
It was a freak accident.
And she still blames Vince for it, because he didn't have to be put in that position at all.
But he wanted to be in it. It was part of his character, the Blue Blazer.
Don't matter.
It's just like, okay. Anyhow, on to happier times.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're right at the end of the show there, and I just posted something in there that apparently somebody screwed up Dean Ambrose's name on a CAPTCHA.
Oh no.
Yeah, it says lunatic fridge as part of a CAPTCHA for fucking like a little extra precaution on a.
God, I forgot Dean Ambrose existed.
Yeah.
I was happy until you mentioned him.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we're going to go back to a happier with Daniel's Rock.
Yeah, happy trees.
Yes. Does your Bob Ross come to life at night? Happy trees and happy sun.
No.
No. Do you
think this is Toy Story?
Yeah. It'd be like fucking Gulliver's Travels. All the pops come to life and fucking trap you.
We're talking about Dan. Come on. It could happen. It could happen.
Yes.
I've enjoyed sitting here chatting with you two and seeing about everything and nothing at all.
Whatever.
I make my best Bob Ross voice. Soft, quiet, calm, and relaxing. Bob Ross would be the perfect therapist because he would get you to relax with his voice. Nothing else. He could just sit there and repeat the word bubblegum over and over.
Did you see that they now have a Bob Ross chia pet?
What?
Yeah. He grows his afro as a chia.
Does he grow the beard out too?
Probably. I know it has the afro, so. I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah.
That's funny.
So, there you go. All right. Well, on that note, I guess we'll call it a show here. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe on the YouTube, Gorilla Blood Radio on the Instagram, ScottNDX Instagram, DKorea247 on Instagram. I don't know what the heck your Instagram name is anymore, Boobs, because you keep changing it.
Well, I'm going to be rebranding.
Okay.
So that's an important thing. You have to do that in, like, if you're a certain wrestling company, it's like every other month you rebrand. But I will be rebranding myself as Harry the Boobs. That's what freaking people call me.
Okay, so he's going back to that again. Okay, cool. Anything else you want to add, Scott?
No, not really.
No, not really. Cool. Boobs, you good?
Yeah, I'm very calm, very relaxed. I'm in a Bob Ross kind of.
All right.
Boobs is zen right now.
All right.
Hey, Boob Ross. I'm in the Boob Ross.
Boob Ross. All right. Well, on that note, we're down to the end of the show. I'm going to say goodnight because I'm going to go run and pee. So for Scott, for the Boobs, I'm Daniel. Nighty night. Thanks for listening to Gorilla Blood.